Hey guys, this is John Phillips. It's just ducky down here today. It's close to 9 o'clock. I've been up since the crack of dawn. Actually, it's 9:30. I've been up since like 5 o'clock, and I've rescheduled everything for today. I'm going home. I've got my stuff for tomorrow. If this thing blows through, I've got a water heater I can go throw in this afternoon, but you know, I'm not a salmon. I'm not swimming upstream. So it's a done deal. We're done for today. Hey guys, this is John Phillips. This taking the day off lasted about 15 minutes. I've decided that I'm gonna go put this, remove this solar water heater, 80 gallon, with all the additional parts that come along with a solar heater. The panels have been removed already, so the pipes are dead. We don't need that shit anymore. It's just a accident waiting to happen. So I'm gonna remove everything, the pump and the supply lines up to the panel, and I'm going to put a 50 gallon electric heater in there and be done with it. But it's just, this is really, we get a couple gusts every once in a while. I did come home and the umbrella over my table blew off and broke the fucking glass on my little 6-foot patio table, and so I did take some casualties this morning. Big branch snapped out of my fucking oak tree in my driveway. So didn't come out unscathed, but I'm going to work, man. I got to go, Joe. Absolutely. All right, guys. So I'm at this house to remove this solar water heater system. It's in a recess down here inside the house, which is great. You can see that it's leaking, but it was really no threat to the house, the living area, because it was below the floor, below the living level. I'm going to remove all of this stuff, all these pipes, this pump, this timer, everything. The only thing that I need is the cold water inlet and the hot discharge to the house, and this power coming in to here. All of these little wires are going to be eliminated. This is the only thing that I need. It's got a 220 30 amp breaker, switch here. So that's the deal. It's definitely leaking. She's a leaker, and I'll get it taken care of. What's that? No, that's fine. Yeah, the film goes off. It clicks off after a minute. All right, my friend, let me get my pump, get this guy pumped down, and get her rolling. All right, guys, so I've got the water off. This it's kind of messy up on top here, and try to get this done without making a bigger mess. Water's hot. Alright, so I've already disconnected all the wiring for the solar system. Like I said, I just need to get this all cut off. These are the two lines I need to hook up on. These are going to get cut off up at the ceiling, and that's the end of that. But I need to pump this thing down. 80 gallons is a lot of water, and we're go from there. All right, guys, so I've got good flow coming out of this 80-gallon water heater. Couple minutes, I'm going to go ahead and cut the pipes off up top and then dress this new one out and go from there. So who's your friend who's a plumber? I'll turn this off. This is the hot connection on this water heater. It was ready to blow, my friends. He got this just in time. I'm going to change this all out, put a new ball valve in for him, eliminate all this junk, put the new heater in a pan, and he should be good. He shouldn't have any worries. It's going to take a little while to bleed this down, guys. So let's see, this is a 2010 water heater, built and manufactured in 2010, so he got 12 years out of it. Okay, so I'm getting low on this heater, 80 gallons. It's almost light enough that I can pull it out of here myself. But I go and I open this valve because it was dripping, and when I opened it, the damn power went off, which has nothing to do with this valve. Is that what's been happening here all morning? Your power's been blinking on and off? I've got a short somewhere out there in the grid. But we're almost ready to yank this guy out. I'm going to dry this all out down here in the floor. I've got a pan to put this new heater in. I've got the new heater all dressed out, ready to go. You always want to look at the threads, you know, on these things, just to make sure they're pretty close to even. So you know your fittings are in all the way. I use a big ass socket, 1 5/16" or 7/16" to put these guys in, and just a pair of channel locks on the relief. That doesn't have to be buried in there, and it is up to code to use a CPVC fitting, which is cheaper than a brass one, but the brass is not needed on the relief valve down here. So we're ready to go. Gonna got a little bit of, always want to wipe your joints, guys. I'm an old school guy. I like the white pipe dope, and I don't like the blue tape. If I use Teflon tape, it's gonna be just the old white shit, which worked fine for many years until they came out with the big ass heavy rolls of blue stuff. And a lot of guys, that blue stuff is designed, it's thicker, so you don't have to put so many wraps on it, but guys still put the same amount of wraps they did when they were using the old white stuff. So it's not really saving you any money. The roll is too big to go around on a water heater. It's kind of awkward putting it on, and so I'm just continuing to do it the way I always did it. I never bought into that blue shit, the blue tape, the blue pipe dope. Don't have any issue. Nobody's calling me back because of what I'm doing is a problem, and if it ain't broke, I ain't gonna fix it, and I ain't gonna change it. So that's the way we roll here. So anyways, I get up this morning at about 5 o'clock. I'm all fucked up because of the time change, and last night before I went to bed, I was poking a little fun at Mikey Pipes about the election, and this water heater's drained, so I was poking a little fun at Mikey Pipes, and he came back. He was hitting me pretty hard this morning. Kind of funny, you know, both of us. He's a I'm a Democrat, he's a Republican, but you know, we're both doing the same thing. We're up at 5 in the morning, fucking preparing for a day of business, and it was funny, man. He's coming at me pretty hard today, and it's just a joke. But I like the guy. Like I said, we're all doing the same thing. We need to start looking at politics like the Army-Navy game, you know what I mean? You may be for the Army or you may be for the Navy, but we're all Americans, you know? You're not rooting against the other team. Anyways. Alright guys, so I'm just gonna get this disconnected. I've already shut the valve off. It took about, I don't know, 10 or 15 minutes to pump this 80 gallons down with this. This is the pump I use. It's worked good for me, even with a hot water heater. You know, the water being hot, it doesn't damage anything in the pump. Okay, so I'm gonna put this back here and try to get this heater out. That's a big dog. That's a big doggy. Yeah. I think I'm gonna have to use my hand truck trick to get this guy out on that valve down there. It's down in a recess. Got here. Alright guys, so like I said, I've got this 80-gallon heater down in a hole. And the way I do it is I put the hand truck on this valve, and it would help if I cut the relief valve off. That will make it a little easier getting it out. But this is how I do it. I just use the hand truck as a fulcrum and a lever, and lift it up, but I'm going to get the pipes down from behind it and above it. Whoops. just take it right out. That's it, man. It's a little nasty. Get a little nasty. Top of that water heater is pretty crusty. Thank God that thing wasn't in the middle of the house. Gotta dry this up real good here. That's been rusting for a while. Get a vacuum and clean this up. Alright guys, so I've got this water heater in, the new one in the hole, and I'm just going to make a couple of swing joints here because the guy wanted me to move it over as far as I could into this corner, and really what's going to dictate how far I can go was this wire, and I am able to get it right in that corner, so that's going to work out good for him. And I'm just going to make these connections. This is my cold. I'll put a valve here, tie in, and then do the hot in the back and drop the relief into the pan. And I will put a 90 in the pan down here. This is in a recess, but it's just going to be an easier deal to do that. A pan is not required. So just to contain, if this thing ever leaks, we can contain the water to the inside of this pan rather than have it, you know, fill up this recess. So let me get on that. Alright, so I'm gonna put this ball valve on here. Down here in Florida, you cannot pipe the relief valve to the outside of the house anymore. It has to drop into the heater pan. Otherwise you need some sort of a vacuum breaker, which is expensive. Not sure what the meaning was of that change, but we used to stub them out. You do need to run them full size. The relief valve's 3/4 of an inch, so you'd have to run a 3/4 inch relief, and they've only got a 1/2 inch in this house. That's what they did back in the old days. And but now we just drop them right into the pan. That's it. geez. Put my glue dauber in the hot side. That ain't good, guys. Let me get a tape. Swing joint. Yeah. See that? I just wanted to show you guys you don't want to glue the fitting onto the wrong pipe. And I just wanted to demonstrate for you what you have to do when you do that. Yeah. That's what you do. Alright guys, so I just need to do the electric on this and fill it up. Let's see what we got here. Alright guys, I gotta get this nipple screwed back in on it. Fuck, that scared the fuck out of me. Damn. Oh, Jesus Christ, that almost shit my pants on that one, guys. I thought I got electrocuted and bombed at the same time. So I'm gonna give this a try for a minute. Otherwise, I'm gonna take this fucking thing apart. Gotten it. Yep, I did. Yowza. Okay, so I'm gonna try to get this nice and tight. this up a little bit. The nut for the bottom of that. Alright guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and hook this wire up. These are the wires coming in. This box is grounded inside, so it's gonna become the ground for this water heater. By tying it together. Just screw that right to the water heater. What the hell am I doing? My pliers? Oh, yeah, there. Just want to make sure that that's tight. I'm going to take this other ground screw out because it's not needed, and spin this box and get it straight, nice and straight. So that's going to work there. Tighten this up a little more down here. Okay. Let me get some strippers. Alright, so I just bought these. They're pretty nice, man. I like the multi-tools. There, if you can get 3 or 4 tools in one, or 5 or 6, even better. It makes your toolbox lighter, Okay, dokey smoky. Okay, so I heard these 2 screws hit the ground, which is typical for me to fucking lose them. Here's one. Oh boy. Man, they really are getting bad.
So what does that do?
What does what do?
That turns it on and off?
Yeah. But you still want to, you know, turn the breaker off before you stop playing with these wires, because one leg is still going to be hot on a switch. You know what I'm saying? On a 220. So always turn the breaker off. Okay, let me put this, get a screw for that, and we'll be all set. Okay, so we're gonna leave that off. I'm gonna leave that off. I'm gonna go turn the water on. Alright guys, so I'm gonna stop filling this. Yeah, you see how that? We're in that mode now where you're not getting any pressure. I'm gonna go see if that water softener, if I can put it on the bypass. He's got an issue where the pressure goes, it takes a long time. I don't know if it's this check valve out here. Something's giving him an issue. He does have a whole house water softener, and I think it's probably that. So I'm gonna try to put it on the bypass and see if that works. See that? See the flow we're getting now through that? Way more than we were getting before. So this bypass valve seems to be messed up. Call your people who do this. That's where your problem is. Because that valve doesn't even want to go in all the way. And it should. Let's see if that sounds like we're getting more water now. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely that valve, man. Alright, I'm gonna let this fill up and clean up my stuff. Alright guys, so I'm gonna put this water heater on my truck, but you can see how nasty this copper is. And that's what was leaking. All over the top of this thing, it's shot. So, good riddance. I think when it, you know, honestly, when it comes to solar, you're not gonna, with the cost of it, I think you're gonna, like, it's good for the environment, but it's never gonna pay for itself. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's just the way it is. The shit's too expensive, and the upkeep on it. Alright guys, so I'm done here. Actually, still got to cut these pipes up top, but I'll tell you what happened. I filled the water heater up, and came in, the homeowner's standing here, and I throw this switch, and it friggin' pop. It blows, you know. Never a good thing when the homeowner's standing there. But what happened was that threaded nipple that holds this box to the that plate actually had cut. When I put it in, it actually cut a hole into the lead to the black lead to the water heater, and blew the breaker. So I had to pull the switch out, put 2 new leads from the switch out, and repair that. But we're all set. It's cooking now. You never want that to happen while the homeowner's standing here. Hey, I want to show you, sir. I can hear it cooking. Okay, so you're all set. And actually, the fact that that thing popped like that is a good thing. It just lets you know it was grounded properly.
You provided a fireworks show.
Well,
That's
yeah,
right.
you know, we want to make it a
Awesome.
little. This is exciting. We didn't catch it on film, but you know, like I said, you don't want shit like that to happen while the homeowner's standing next to you. Anyways, let me cut those pipes and get you going, my friend. All right, guys. So here's the new water heater. Got rid of that old crusty solar heater, which sat right there. It took up a lot of space in this closet. I kind of offset it into the corner as far as I could. You know, honestly, with this thing, I am not a big fan of this, having this switch mounted like this on top of the heater. I'd rather see a box on the wall with a switch and then just a whip going in. These things, that's, you know, when something's like that, you know, the homeowner's like, why are you taking it off, you know? So I didn't want to get into it. I just put it back the way it was, and we're all good. I just need to put this door back up, which was kind of a problem getting out. Hey guys, back again. I'm finally ready to leave this house. This 50-gallon water heater. It was going great until I turned the power on, and that thing arced and tripped the breaker, so I had to redo that. That took about 20 minutes, and then it was time to put the bifold door back on that I had taken off, which I had a real hard time taking the bifold door off. And it literally took me 45 minutes to get that fucking door back in. I hate bifold doors. I will never take another fucking bifold door off unless I absolutely have to. It tested my patience, man. I will tell you that. I'm gonna take the rest of the day off, and I was gonna not work today anyway, so I'm gonna leave well enough alone. I got my brand new Ream hat on. Ream Iconic. And it's soaking wet, man. And I apologized to the guy for my frustration level with the door, but he was cool. He was very happy with the job I did for him, and I'm gonna make sure that I put in my ad that I don't do fucking bifold doors, man. That's it. All right, have a great day. So I'm already regretting putting this fucking water heater in for this guy. I leave his house, and I don't know, fucking 20 minutes goes by, and he calls me up and he says, hey, starts asking about how hot the fucking water is. And I said, well, it's 120 degrees from the factory, you know. And he's like, well, you know, I use it. He had a solar heater. Who the fuck knows how hot that shit was? I don't. But anyways, I think he's just gonna be a pain, man. Actually, I can't put this on. I can't throw my customer on the bus. If he watches this video, it ain't gonna be good. So goodbye.